Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Coach Chase. See, everyone gathered around should be a good one today. Today's topic is he loves me but doesn't want to commit to me. This is a video that inspired me because I was watching one of Tony Gaston's videos. He was talking about basically, what I'm saying, why do men, they claim that they love you, they like you, but they don't want to commit to you. And basically, he was saying, a lot of men have like a lot of choices in life. Fear of, getting involved with somebody, the fear of commitment, the fear of, finding that one, but you're still going out there searching for somebody else. But yeah, though, I'm gonna get my little spin on the topic. I think it's a really good topic that he talked about. I'm gonna get my own little spin to it. But yeah, though, he loves me, he loves you, but doesn't want to commit to you. It's a tough topic because, for starters, it's like the unknown, the fear of the unknown. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all are good, y'all vibing, going out to dinner, going to the movies. You may go at his place, y'all hit your place. Maybe good, y'all maybe, commit a relationship, 2, 3 years is good, but at the same time though, it's still at the back of his mind, he's still thinking like, yeah, everything's going good, everything's going great, but what happens if I do commit to her and guess what? Something blows up or we start fighting, start arguing, and it doesn't work itself out, or let's say we are together and, you know, each our views, our mindset, we just start shifting different, we start going a different way, we want to go in a different direction, how do I deal with that? So it's a lot of things that, men are thinking about internally. Definitely had those questions before I got married, like even when I was in the dating process, dating, getting to know people and stuff, it's still a lot to endure mentally, emotionally, physically to endure. Like, it's the person right for me, it's the one that God wants for me. And one thing about it is, if she's the one, you gotta go all the way in. You gotta turn in the lottery ticket. You gotta cash in. I mean, y'all having good vibes. The vibes are good. You feel like you're part of the family. You don't look at your in-laws. You feel like family members. They don't really feel the awkwardness. Like, hey, this is your brother-in-law, this is your son-in-law, your daughter-in-law. You got to go all in. You got to cash in while the iron's hot. And I just feel like a lot of men are just comfortable, complacent. Just having you in the little being in the girlfriend, being in the girlfriend mode. So I just commit relationship mode. It's just kind of like the reverse of the friend zone. It's like a woman put a man in the friend zone because she's comfortable with a man be in the friend zone and she knows that he's not getting past that level to her, And it doesn't matter what he does. He can go out on days, they can have picnic days, whatever, but she knows deep down they're not gonna go to that next level. It's the same way with a man when it comes down to commitment. He can have a lot of worries, a lot of self-doubt. He can be like, man, what about it doesn't work itself out the way it goes? Because like I said, we take it hard. We take marriage for the most part serious. A lot of men, we just do this one time. We do it one time and that's it. We do this marriage thing one time. If it doesn't work out, then it's pretty much over for a lot of men. Instead of us getting the healing, getting therapy, getting some help, like, what happens, get back out there, brush yourself off, go back out there in the dating world, we'll just quickly shut down, get depressed, move around for a year or two. We won't get back out there. We'll just go out there and just play the field or whatever, or act like we're trying to find a wife. We're really not. So it's a huge task when you try to think about finding the one, finding someone that's filling your rest of your life with. It's a huge task, especially if you don't have kids and you're trying to raise a family and stuff. That's huge thinking too. This person good for me mentally. This person. They want kids. I both want kids. She gonna be a good mother to my children. All that plays into factor too. It's more than just the physical part. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said too, you can meet y'all can be physically active, but then at the same time though, your mindset could be somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? So it's a big worry for a lot of men. Like I said, I did have those conversations privately myself when I talked to God, but he already gave me the reassurance, like, hey, you know, you got to go all the way in. There's one, you got to turn the lottery ticket in. I got you. You know, I'm like, okay, I'll listen to you. You know, I'll listen to you. And like I said, I haven't really had too much regrets. I mean, I've been really, for the most part, blessed and very humbled to have found my wife. And like I said, we have a beautiful daughter. And like I said, I just trusted God. I don't know what direction he was going in, where he could take me, but I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna put both hands on the steering wheel and let you ride that was my mentality. Cause I was like, I don't know where it's gonna take me, but I'm gonna let you take the wheel, and I'm gonna give you all the full power that you do deserve. So that worked out for me. But yeah, though, like I said, you know, I can sit on here and say it takes a man a year, 6 months to commit. It don't take that long for a man to know, but deep down, it take a minute to think about, you know, this person worth, you know, not saying worth, like worthy enough to be with me. It's just like, am I really committed, you know, mentally, emotionally, physically? Am I really all into this person? You know, it's an everyday grind each and every day. You know, it's like morning, lunch, dinner. It's gotta have on your hard hat on every day, because life's gonna throw you some rocks. It's gonna throw you some changes. It's gonna throw you some curveballs. You know, it can be like everything going good, and bam, you know, what happened? You know. So the same way, when it comes down to relationships, you know, it comes down to finding that one. You know, you gotta really dig deep. You gotta really date to collect data. Really just get to know the person, get to know the person's family, the background, upbringing, everything. You gotta ask questions and be serious, be contentment. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, once you say I do, you give it to God, and it's just y'all two, and y'all in the marriage together. That's it. You know, ain't no more. I'm single. I'm gonna hang out with the guys like that, or you gonna hang out with the girls like that. When girls not out, I mean, every now and then it's cool to have that every now and then, but for the most part, this is who you're dealing with. You know, you gotta look at each other's face each and every day. You know, through the good, the bad, when people's breath stink, farting on one another. Hey, this is what you asked for. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you may go out in society, you may see men and women that may look better or better looking, but deep down, you know, it's like, it's all about the core values, you know, about, you know, what are we trying to build together? What are y'all trying to build together? You know, you can have a nice smile, a nice body, but I'm like, if we're not mentally or emotionally connected, then all that's really for wasted. You know, I could care less about all that. So I'm happy where I'm at right now. Like I said, heading into year 5 next week. So, you know, just keep praying, keep giving it to God. And like I said, so far so good. He hasn't never let me down. He's always been there on my side. So that's all I really got to say. Like I said, but the reason why, like I said, it's just scared commitment, the lack of trust. And like I said, the vulnerability, you know, because you gotta be all in. This marriage ain't for everybody. I'm just telling you for real. I'm inside of it. It's not for everybody. This is not for everybody, and not everybody's gonna proceed to be married, and that's okay too. Because like I said, everybody's gonna walk down the aisle and stuff like that. So, but yeah, though, that's all I really have to say for this video. You know what I'm saying? Trust the process. Like I said, when the time is right, you know, it'll either happen or it won't happen, you know, and don't waste too much time on it, thinking about it. Just, if it happens, you'll get married, cool. If it don't happen, okay, cool, you know. As long as God is still waking you up, just stay blessed and just continue to lean on him. But yeah, though, that's all I really have to say about this topic. Until next time, I'm out. Coach JC.